Welcome to our new show, Life on Maine. I'm your host, Mary Lavasco, and today, three of my very good friends will be sharing with us a little bit about their backgrounds. Together, our hopes are to enrich our viewers with advice on 4 different lifestyle subjects: food, family, fashion, and fitness. Let's start with Jen File. Jen is a mother of 3, a wife to her husband, and a food wellness enthusiast. She comes to us as a survivor of cancer who has developed some unique nutrition plans which aid her as a preventative therapies. Jen, can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Sure. Hi, my name is Jen File. I've lived in Clarkston most of my life. My husband and I have 3 boys in the Clarkston schools, and we just love the community. I feel very fortunate to have developed a relationship with these 3 wonderful women throughout the years. But how I ended up here doing a community show about family fitness, food, and fashion is that I have a passion for living foods and fresh living juices. See, I've had a cancer diagnosis 3 times within the last 6 years. And after my last diagnosis 2 years ago, being left with no hope, I was determined to find something that was going to keep me living and maintain a good quality of life. I am not a nutritionist or a dietitian. I am simply a human being, a person that happens to be a friend, an aunt, a daughter, a sister, a wife, and a mother who absolutely loves life. So I found a program in Florida and have spent about 8 weeks there learning this new lifestyle, which consists of the juices and living foods. Their motto is that if you want to live, then you need to eat living foods, not food that has been cooked without any more of the nutrients remaining. That is considered to be dead food. But this program doesn't pertain only to people fighting cancer, but anyone with any disease or someone that is just striving to be healthier. This lifestyle has been studied and scientifically proven, and I've personally experienced an improvement in blood pressure, cholesterol, and even some aches and pains. So my hopes are to share with the viewers some of the information that I have been so fortunate enough to learn about the juicing, sprouting, and the really healthy, flavorful meals. However, by no means am I saying that the program that I follow is for everyone. But my hope is, if people are willing to listen to my story, it might inspire somebody to think outside the box. Don't ever give up when given an unfortunate health diagnosis, and how important it is to be your very own advocate. Ask lots and lots of questions, do plenty of research, and investigate every avenue. Be open-minded, stay positive, and only surround yourself with people that support you and believe in what you are doing. I feel very fortunate to have been invited to be a part of this program, and I so look forward to this journey with all of you.
Thank you, Jen. I actually had the opportunity to visit Jen at her home earlier in the week, where we tried a juice she made from wheatgrass, which was a lot of fun. Let's take a look at how she does it.
Hi, I'm Jen. Welcome to my home. This is Mary.
Hi, Jen.
Hello. Mary has joined me today to go over some wheatgrassing instruction. I spent about 8 weeks in Florida at a health institute to help manage my health condition, my health challenge that I have called Hippocrates Health Institute. And one of the main staples is wheatgrass. And all the benefits of wheatgrass. So I'm going to demonstrate on how to juice wheatgrass today, and I'm going to share some of the nutritional benefits that you can get from drinking fresh wheatgrass juice on a daily basis. So these are winter wheatberry seeds, and you can plant these in some soil, and they grow in about 10 to 12 days into wheatgrass. And you cut the wheatgrass when the blades split, and that's how you know it's time to harvest. So that's when I get my wheatgrass, and then I start to juice them. So I'm going to demonstrate on how to juice the wheatgrass right now. I'm going to turn on my juicer. Here I have a masticating juicer, and there's a couple different kinds of juicers. You can buy a handheld juicer, which I think you tried for a bit, right?
Very physical, manual labor.
It's a lot of work, and it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Or you can get an electronic juicer, and it has to be a slow churning juicer so it doesn't heat up the juice and kill the nutrients. So this is what we have. The wheatgrass is very tough and fibrous, so my trick is that I fold it in half so it doesn't break my juicer, which it has done before. And I'm going to turn it on.
This is different than like a Jack LaLanne juicer, right? Or some of the other kind of juicers when people say, I juice Jen, what's the first thing that goes through your mind when you think they think they're juicing wheatgrass type versus what you know now of this kind of juicer?
Right. Well, the first misconception is when people tell me that they bought some wheatgrass or they got a brand new juicer, they tell me they got a Vitamix or a blender. And there's a big difference between a blender and a juicer. The blender is going to blend all the food, right, in the wheatgrass. And so you get so much fiber and stuff to fill your tummy. So, which takes a very long time to digest and make it through your digestive system. Where the juicer, I can put in 2 huge batches of celery. I can put in a pound of sunflower sprouts, a pound of pea sprouts, and that's doable. I can drink it all and put that in a cup. But if I were to put all that in a blender, I would have a drink this big. And there's no possible way you can drink all that. So this is sort of like a shot of nutrition into your system. It's very easily digested. It takes your body very, very little energy to absorb all the nutrients, and you don't lose them as they're going through your digestive system as you do. So somebody that might have a problem with bloating maybe in their stomach, or they get real full, or they have digestive issues, the wheatgrass is actually going to help them, where a smoothie with all that fiber in them, we're so programmed to have all this fiber, but sometimes you can have too much fiber, which can have a reverse problem. So that's the big difference. So and then there's many different kinds of juicers. The Jack LaLanne juicer, it spins real quickly, and if you heat up your juice, or if it spins too fast, it oxidizes it. And it kills the nutrients in the juice. So you want a juicer that's a slow masticating juicer that goes really slow, so it doesn't kill any of the nutrients in the juice.
And masticating, what I also learned from you and from when I went to Hippocrates, is that it imitates the way the body, us, use our teeth when we're chewing food, right? So that's a big difference between some of the juicers that are out there, and that's why wheatgrass is so vital because of the energy of that.
So that would be a good way to remember it too. So you want a juicer that emulates your teeth, right? And you don't chew super duper duper fast,
right?
When you're eating, and so you chew slowly, and so you want a juicer that slowly squeezes really the juice out of your produce.
Another thing I'm noticing, which is one of the reasons why I'm always in awe of what you do, is this is a discipline. There's no doubt. Even how you're folding wheatgrass and taking your time feeding the machine. How many times a day do you do something like this for yourself?
So I personally do this twice a day, 2 ounces in the morning and 2 ounces in the evening. But that's for me. Some people say, oh gosh, I could never do that, that's too much, or it's too time consuming. First of all, it's not super time consuming. You have to make a commitment, and if you want to make the change and you want to get healthy, then you need to make the commitment to do it. So I do 4 ounces a day. But in a glass, well, these are 1 ounce shot glasses. So in 2 of these shot glasses, 2 ounces of wheatgrass is equivalent to 5 pounds of vegetables. And I don't know anybody that gets 5 pounds of vegetables in a day. So my kids do it. And my kids sometimes they'll do 1 ounce, sometimes they'll do 2 ounces. My older one, who's my size now, he does 2 ounces because he's an adult size. So he'll do it. I don't have them do it twice a day, but they do it once a day. And everyone says, oh my gosh, how do you get them to do that green? Well, you know what? I took a platter and I weighed 5 pounds of vegetables. And I said, you can eat 5 pounds of vegetables right here, or you can drink these 2 little shot glasses. And they were like, oh, no brainer. So they drank them. And it actually has a very sweet flavor. You would look at it and think, oh my gosh, it's going to be so pungent and taste awful. But it actually has a really sweet flavor. So it's an easy way to get, if you can do even just 2 ounces a day, or maybe you do 2 ounces once a week or twice a week, whatever works for you. Over the years, the lack of nutrition and the lack of nutrients and vitamins in our body eventually catches up to us. And it catches up to us around our 40s or 50s. And then we slowly go downhill. So if you can get all those vitamins and nutrients and minerals in your body and prevent that point where you start to go downhill with your health, then I think we'd have a healthier society.
Yeah.
So want to have a little shot of wheatgrass with me?
I do, yes.
So this is a 1 ounce, so this is about 2.5 pounds of vegetables.
And I say cheers.
Cheers.
To ya.
Health.
great. Thank you. So consistently, how long have you been doing, like you said anyone, people should at least do, if consistency is to some people, maybe twice a week, maybe a Wednesday and a Saturday. What is consistency for you, Jen, that you've gotten such great results as you have?
Consistency for me is the twice a day. I do it in the morning, I do it in the evening, and I do 2 ounces. 2 ounces in the morning, 2 ounces in the evening. You brought up a good point, though. So somebody that's just starting wheatgrass, it can have an ill effect on you. So sort of baby steps. So maybe start out with a half ounce. I certainly didn't give my kids an ounce or 2 ounces because it can make you feel very nauseous because it releases toxins into your body. So you want to start with a little bit and work your way up to 2 ounces.
Do you notice I'm still sipping slowly on mine?
Now I have to say, I don't love the taste. I do it because I know it's so good for me. So I have to shoot mine down.
Okay. So in all truth, I love the taste. And that's one of the things that made me, I'm like, wow, Jen is doing this fabulous thing. The drink is great. However, I'm not as religious as you. So what I have found is exactly what you've just described, is if I'm not consistent, as Jen just said, then I end up feeling the ill effects of going, oh, I haven't been consistent enough, or it looks like I need to just be really careful in how quickly I do drink it. Yeah. So today I'm like, I'm not getting sick on this set. Thank you for reminding me and for educating the viewers that this is not like an easy thing to do. It's not like drinking water, but some people don't even really like to drink water that much, but this is totally different.
It's not a super easy thing to do. And a lot of people say, oh, that's too hard, I'm not going to do it. They want to take a pill. And we're programmed to go to the doctors, take a pill, hurry up, take a pill and be done with it. The pills cover up the symptoms. And I won't take pills. I don't take prescriptions. I never have. I feel that if I can eliminate the problem before I have a symptom, then that's going to be a little bit better. So is it a little bit of work? It is a little bit of work. But if you really want to feel better, don't depend on your doctor or somebody else to make you feel better. You really have to depend on yourself, and you have to do the hard work yourself. Yeah, and so you know what? You saw how long it took to juice 2 ounces. It wasn't that long, maybe 6 or 8 minutes, and that's it. So make the effort, and you only have one body, one life, and you got to take care of it if you want to be for a long time. So thanks so much for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed our wheatgrass shot, and I'll know later if you've been diligent about it, if you feel well.
I'll confess. I will. Thank you.
So thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us, and hope to see you soon.
So I was looking at some of those slow masticating juicers online, and they're really not as expensive as I thought they were, especially for the benefits that they give in terms of health and the quality that they have them.
I still can't believe that there's 5 pounds of vegetables and 2 shots of wheatgrass. Is it really sweet? Does it taste real sweet?
As a matter of fact, it does, Leah, and I have a little sample for you to taste.
Oh, awesome. Yum.
There it goes. For you.
Thank you.
Wendy.
Thank you.
Mary. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers
to health.
Nice. Actually, it tastes really good.
It is, and it's sweet. Thank you.
Sure.
Next to her is Wendy Schaefer. Wendy is a former model with a passion for fashion. She's helped outfit many of her own friends, their children, and makes a point to stay up on all the latest trends. She believes strongly that what we wear contributes to how we feel, and I'll let her tell you a little more about this.
Thank you, Mary. Hi, my name's Wendy, and I moved here to Clarkston about 8 years ago with my family, and we really love the community. I've been married for 32 years. I have 2 grown kids and a son who's a junior here at Clarkston High School. I feel very blessed to have such a wonderful family, and as Mary mentioned, I do have a passion for fashion. I've been in the fashion industry for over 30 years, focusing in on things like clothing, jewelry, hair, and makeup, and I've really loved every minute of it. I enjoy the creativity and expressing myself through these design elements. However, I also have a passion for health and nutrition, and I'm currently a student at Oakland University with a major in health. So on this program, I hope to explore the combination of these two components, the fashion side with a focus on good health, clean products, sustainable fabrics, and doing so right here in the Clarkston community. I plan to kind of explore using natural, earth-friendly products in the home, on the body. They can make you feel great, they can save you money, and help not only our bodies but the environment at the same time. So I think we all want to look good, we all want to feel good, and sometimes it's hard to find time for ourselves, but we'll explore that as well. I certainly don't have all the answers, but I look forward to sharing and exploring together. So thanks, Mayor.
Thank you, Wendy. I understand you and Leah actually visited the local Kroger in Clarkston to talk about some of those healthy products that you've used to maintain a clean lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm here with Leah, and we're in front of our local Kroger store. We're talking today about beautiful, healthy, glowing skin that feels great. And we think that there's ways to achieve beautiful skin just with everyday ingredients that you can buy while you're buying your family's groceries right here at the store. So we're looking for simple, inexpensive, and natural products that we can achieve our goals of helping our epidermis do its job. So let's go in and check it out. Come join us. Thanks. Hi, so we're here in front of the water because 3 of the most important things that we can do for our skin is to get enough sleep, to have a proper diet of healthy foods, and also to hydrate. We cannot stress hydrating enough. I know when I haven't been drinking a lot, my skin looks terrible. It looks kind of sluggish and dull. So this is a reminder to us and to everybody else that drinking water is huge for your skin. There's some great choices here at Kroger. We've got Rubbermaid now is making plastic water bottles, but they are BPA free. BPA is an additive in plastics that can be absorbed into our water. We want to stay away from that. There's also some great choices. I've got a stainless steel water bottle.
I've got glass.
Those are awesome choices. Make it a fun one. Get a color you love. Keep it with you like your best friend. Keep it in your car, in your purse. Drink it often. Fill it up. There's also some other choices to make your water more interesting. You can put lemon slices, lime slices, cucumber, ginger, anything that just kind of makes you a little more interested in drinking your water. Add it in, drink it down. After we've hydrated and we're rested and we've had good things to eat, there's some great products that are out here in Kroger too. Dr. Bronner's is a great all-purpose cleanser. We want to buy the things that are going on our skin, we want to buy them the same way we buy our foods. We want to look at labels. We don't want a lot of extra ingredients. We want all natural. And Dr. Bronner's has been around forever. This is an unscented skin. It can be for the face, for the body. You can even use this on your hair, actually. And it's unscented. There's no artificial fragrances or anything. Everything is all natural. You can add fragrance to a product like this, your own fragrance, essential oils. You can add these in anything, in oil, in your soaps, and this is great for the skin. Keeps it smooth, natural. It also comes in a bar soap as well, which is also good for cleansing. There's some products, Burt's Bees makes great natural products. This is a facial cleanser. Can also do some exfoliating. Nice. For on-the-go cleansing, there's some great products out that are wipes. So if you're too tired, if you are traveling, if you want to remove makeup, you can use these wipes, and they're quick and easy. You can pack them for traveling.
And you know what, Wendy? Actually, my daughters who are in high school, they use these after their sports activities when they're not coming home right away.
That's a great idea.
So actually, and it's this Yes brand. So
which is a great brand.
Yeah, I do like that.
All natural. Witch hazel is a great astringent or toner. A lot of women also, for the same kind of concept, throw this on a cotton ball. Maybe when you don't have a chance to wash your face thoroughly, you can use this. It handles irritated skin. So yeah, this is a great product too. You can find this in where you find Band-Aids and alcohol and things like that. So it's a little bit off the beaten path, but a great product.
Great. And then actually here we have some natural deodorant. We know that aluminum is a known carcinogen in the body. So what's nice about the Tom's brand, and actually the brand that I use is called Kiss My Face. For women, when they are shaving their armpits, it creates a opening into the body. So it's nice to have a natural product that's going to protect you. So anyway, this is the Tom's brand. Again, it's unscented, which you mentioned is kind of nice.
Yeah, so stay away from the parabens, stay away from the
phthalates, and any kind of unusual ingredients that you might not know. Probably not a good idea. So read your ingredients and keep your skin clean and fresh, and it'll feel good and it'll look good. So we have done all the steps necessary to keep our skin looking great, and we've got another little tip here. It's called exfoliation. So exfoliation is just sloughing off all of the dead skin cells that our skin is renewing itself daily, hourly. So it's a great way to keep your skin looking fresh, and you can do it very simply. We're in the produce section, so we have made a great scrub, all natural. These are probably products you've got in your own kitchen right now.
Right.
So we're using an avocado, great fats, great healthy fats to put on the skin. Vitamin E keeps the skin smooth.
Okay.
We've added a little bit of honey, which is a natural cleanser, great antibacterial and antimicrobial, so it'll kill bacteria in the skin. We've added a little apple cider vinegar, which is great for inflammation, reduces inflammation, takes out redness, irritation out of the skin. And then lemon is great for brightening the skin. It's got citric acid, keeps our skin bright and fresh. And then lastly, we've added some oatmeal as a scrub. That's the scrub part.
Okay.
It can help slough off. And so we've made a nice little paste here. I will not put it on your skin.
Thank you.
But if you make this at home, you mix it up, mash it up, and put it on your skin for like 20 minutes. Let it soak in, rinse it off, and you'll have smooth, beautiful, exfoliated skin.
Okay, so like morning or nighttime? Like when do you recommend doing that?
I think you could do this anytime. I think this would be a great way to start the day and you feel great, or you can end your day this way. I think anytime is great. And I think the main idea is that you can use inexpensive products that are natural. You make it yourself. There's also another great exfoliant tip that somebody told me about recently that is using raw sugar. And you can take raw sugar in the palm of your hand, a little tablespoon or two, add a few drops of warm water to it, and it makes kind of like a paste. And then you just rub it on, circular motions, and rinse it off. And you're good to go.
All right, sounds good. And then we have these products that you wanted to talk about.
Yes, we also have some products that we found here. Great ideas for exfoliating the rest of your body. So you put these gloves on, and when you're showering, you can slough off dead skin cells with the gloves, with a nice little natural sponge, or with a loofah product. These are all sold here.
Okay.
And then there's a great brush, and Leah will speak to that.
Well, there's something called dry brushing, and you can actually Google it and learn a little bit more about what it entails. But there's actually these dry brushes that you can buy, and Wendy and I both own them. And you do it right before you get in the shower, or you get in the shower with the shower off, and you're basically exfoliating with the brush. It looks similar to this, and you're just doing your whole body. If you Google it, they'll give you instructions exactly on how it works and where to start. You start with your feet, and it's actually really cool. And I've noticed a huge difference in my skin doing that before I shower every day. So it's called dry brushing.
Right?
It's great for your circulation. It's great for your aches and pains because it brings oxygen to that area, brings the blood supply to that area. So I encourage you to try dry brushing as well.
Excellent. I love that idea. Yeah. So I think we're good here with the exfoliation. You can make it yourself. You can buy some products that are already made out for exfoliating, but definitely key in keeping your skin looking great and feeling great.
Great.
So I think lastly, we are going to talk about the final little tip, which is moisturizing, putting all the natural oils back into our skin. So we will go check that out. So our last step to keeping our biggest organ, our skin, looking good, feeling good, is to moisturize. So we've already cleansed. We have taken out the dirt and debris, we've scrubbed and exfoliated the dead skin cells, and now we're going to put back in some good, clean moisture. And we can do that with great products, like we talked about before, natural products. This is called Yes to Carrots. It's almost 100% natural. This is a body butter. It's really rich. If you've got dry skin, I think the rich, heavy creams, the thicker, the better.
Okay.
If you are tendency to be more normal with your skin or possibly into oily, a lighter weight lotion is usually better. So lotions usually refer to thinner, creams are heavier and richer. So it's just a personal preference. There's also some great natural moisturizers though. You can use olive oil, which is one of the best, cleanest, for everything. We love to cook with this. We love to put it on our salads. It's also great for our skin. Great I happen to love the scent. Some people might not like that under their skin, but it does dissipate.
Okay.
So don't be afraid of that.
How
Coconut
long does it
oil.
take to dissipate? Like, is it?
You know, if you put it on after your shower when your body is ready to like absorb oil again, it is surprising how quickly it can soak in. So if you put that on right after the shower and then you do your hair, you do your makeup, whatever you're doing, you'll be good to get dressed in no time at all. Same with the coconut oil. Put that on in your hands, emulsify it a little bit because it's a little bit thick, and pat it on. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about is how we apply. We never want to drag our faces down or our skin down. So when you're adding your moisturizer in your hand, warm it up, emulsify it, and really just pat it in. And if you're going to do any rubbing at all, you want it to be like an upward motion. So it's not like bringing the face down. And then applying eye cream is also very important because the skin around our eyes is more delicate, more sensitive, and it kind of needs its own little special treatment. So we have an eye cream here, and when you apply that, you want to make sure that you stay on the orbital bone, and it actually will move its way into the eye. So you don't really have to put it on the eyelid itself. That can have a tendency to get into the eye. So you can just put it on the orbital bone, and the muscles will kind of work its way in.
Nice.
So besides the natural and the other products, if you feel like you're still dry, there's some great masks that you can put on just when you're at home. Sometimes if you're feeling extra dry, you can come up with some great recipes for mayonnaise, using mayo, using natural plain yogurt, using honey. These are all great. You can pretty much not go wrong making a combination of a mask that you put on, leave on for 20 minutes, half an hour, and rinse off, and you're good.
Would you find that recipe was like Google?
Yeah, online, absolutely.
Mayonnaise, yogurt. Okay. That's
Yeah,
good to know.
for sure. So I think that pretty much wraps up our beautiful skin. As Leah's showing here, she's got great skin. There's very little. This might seem like a lot, but really when I go to the grocery store, I can pick up all the stuff, or I have it already at home. And it helps keep our skin looking good, feeling good, and doing the job it's supposed to do. So thank you so much for joining us. And we'll learn more next time on Life on Main.
I loved how everything you used to make the exfoliating scrub were items that you had in your home. We all have avocado, honey, and apple cider vinegar, so really easy to use.
And the Yes brand face wipes, I always keep those in my car just in case I get done with a workout and need something to clean up with quick before my next stop.
Awesome.
And we should all start checking our water bottles. You know, we talked about the BPA free, and I went home and I actually looked at some of our plastic water bottles and noticed I still had some of the BPA free. Made a trip to Target and bought some new glass ones for the kids, and just kind of helped me be mindful of cleaning that up. So thanks, appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Wendy. Hopefully our viewers will notice some of those products on the shelves next time they're out shopping. Next, we'll talk to Leah McLean. Leah is a mother of 4 who's simply living a life that's very similar to many other women in Clarkston. She's come to our show with some tangible tools that help make the family system run smoothly. She would like to be honest about the fact that as a mother, she too is a work in progress. Tell us about yourself, Leah.
Thank you, Mary. Hi, I'm Leah, and I'm hoping to share some insights and stories on the subject of family. I have been married for 21 years. I have 4 children, a son, Sam, who's a sophomore at Michigan State, a daughter, Emma, who's a senior at Notre Dame Prep, my daughter, Lily's a junior at Notre Dame, and we have a freshman, Eli. We've lived in Clarkston for 15 years. Like Mary said, when it comes to parenting, I don't claim to be an expert at all. I have, however, learned a lot from my experiences with my own family and hope to share some honest and authentic wisdom about the trials, tribulations, and triumphs of family life. Over the years, I've learned to value the simple moments, and I'm excited to share some of the tools that have worked for our family, for our children, and for my family. Furthermore, I hope to share ideas that can make our viewers' lives easier, because working smarter, not harder, leaves more time for fun with the family. I work daily to find balance as a wife, mother, and former working mother, and my family is my greatest joy. I am blessed to care for them.
Thank you, Leah. Jen, you actually went to Leah's house and saw some of the things she does to keep her family connected. Is that right?
I did, yeah. She's doing some fun stuff in her house with her whole family.
Thanks, Jen.
Let's take a look at some of the things Leah is doing around her home.
Hi everyone, I'm Leah and welcome to my home. I'm here with Jen File and we are going to share some different tips, some different things that we do in our family to stay connected and to be familiar with what's going on in our lives. So what we're going to start with today is this gratitude jar. And this is something I started over the summer, back in June. It was just kind of came from a place that I use a lot, which is Facebook. The website or the place that's posted is called Mind Body Green, and they have a lot of really great ideas. So I came up with the gratitude jar, and the premise is to be grateful for things in your life. And if you're having a bad day, sometimes talking about what you're grateful for or writing it down gives you an opportunity to be thankful and to kind of turn it around if you're not having such a good day. So here it is. I just took a jar that I had, actually something that I keep household stuff in. And so we have a jar, and then I took, what is this called? Scrap paper, and I made little sheets, kind of like this. And then I have a pen. You could use a jar. I have this in my cupboard, would be another idea, a place to put them. And what we do with this, we did this in the summer, and then over Labor Day, we were all together as a family. And we sat down, there were 6 of us, there's 6 in our family, and then we had some of the kids' friends with us. And we just went through them. After about 3 months of filling the jar, it was really neat to see where they were at during the summer and what they were grateful for. And then this one we started after Labor Day, so it doesn't have a lot in it. But I thought I would share some. My children are probably going to think I'm crazy for sharing some of their gratitude, but I have a couple. One of them is I'm thankful for my wonderful cousins. And we just spent some time with our cousins from Dexter last weekend. And so I think that's where that one comes from. And then one of the other ones, I am thankful for everything my mom does in the morning. And I know where this one came from. My husband and I were out of town for a week, and Grandma Barb was here staying. And it's quite a process in the morning getting through everything. And so it's kind of neat to see that they notice what I'm doing in the morning.
So Leah, you have 4 kids, and are they all pretty good about coming up with things that they're thankful for? Or do you have to encourage it, or are they...
I remind them occasionally, but it's really random when they want to do it. Sometimes I'll see them doing it late at night or in the morning. Just you can tell like something's on their mind, and it creates dialogue. In a few weeks we'll go through them.
So they probably look forward to going through it at the end to go through and read them.
Oh, it's funny, and they all like to guess who wrote which one if it's not real obvious.
Yeah.
And I tend to write a lot of them, and so they're always laughing at me, and it's really a lot of fun. So this is our gratitude jar, and it just sits here right on the island. And occasionally friends will come over, and when we read them, we've only read them once so far. We'll find out who was in the house or people that know about it, and they'll put silly ones in there. And we welcome those because that's part of it. And I'm sure for you, your children, you have some in school age, like young, elementary school. Yeah. So the topic would be different for Justin and Ryan versus what Nick's got on his mind.
Yeah. So. Great idea. I love it. Yeah, so Mind Body Green is a great site that you follow on Facebook.
It is, and it's really good ideas for being connected to your family. So thanks for sharing, and we appreciate it. And next we're going to go to the art wall and show you what we do there. Hi again. Welcome to our art wall. Jen and I are in our back hallway checking out the different artwork that the kids have done over the years. And what this is a concept that came up when Sam was about 4 years old, who's now 19. And I collected his art that first year. And, what do you do with it? I think a lot of people put the stuff in a tub or, you kind of file it.
They want to see it.
They want to, how do you incorporate it into your everyday living and your favorites? So what I did is I collected things throughout the year, and then I picked the favorite piece of art, and that is what's been framed for each one of the kids each year, especially through elementary and middle school. I would frame something that I thought was kind of my favorite piece. And an example that I have right here is a poem that Sam had written during the school year, and he had really hoped for a puppy. And so there's this poem, and then later that year, he actually did get a puppy for his 7th birthday. So I framed his poem with the 2 pictures. So these are very meaningful. There's usually a story behind everything that has been framed. This can be done through Joann's or Michael's, or you can do it yourself. Just get a mat and a frame and put it together.
Sure.
And there's some special ones. What was the other piece that I was going to share regarding the art wall?
What about Steve's?
Yeah, this is one my husband's mom, my mother-in-law, had given us all of his artwork, if you can imagine that, a few years ago. And so I actually had a piece framed when he turned 40 as kind of like his contribution to our art wall. And this is from when he was 4 years old. So
That's great.
They're really meaningful and a nice way to capture those things that come home during the year. And it's fun. It's been fun. And I just find that this is a really neat place to go and reminisce. And then the kids really enjoy it as well.
Yeah,
So,
great display.
yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. Hi again. Here we are, Jen and I, talking about what I call our chat board. This chat board is something I started with the kids as a way to connect, have them answer kind of the topic of the day or the topic of the week. And it started actually with my daughter doing really well on a test. And I just wanted to say, congratulations and kind of have it out there. Like, where do you put that out there? Because it was pretty significant. And we called it a hip hip hooray moment. So I put hip hip hooray for Lily doing well on her test. And then others could put on their hip hip hooray, like what was their moment that was a hip hip hooray moment. And for her, it was the test. So this week, or actually what I put down last week, is what do you love? And it was just kind of a vague question. I put it out there, and when I put it on the board, it happened to be a Michigan football day, and I put Michigan football. And then it's interesting, you can kind of see what my family has put. One of the things when Michigan wins a football game, which hasn't been happening so much, but my husband running, healthy eating, that my mom taught me how to ski when I was little. My daughter's loves to ski, and she's getting ready for the ski season coming up in the winter. So the goal with the chat board is to just have conversation. And again, it's kind of similar to the gratitude jar, but this is a visual that's out there, and they can add to it. And usually I keep the same question up or the same topic up for about a week, and then we change it up. And then sometimes I find them putting down their question. What do they want to chat about? So a chat board instead of a chalkboard. And I don't know, do you see yourself having something like this at home? I know you have a wonderful chalkboard.
Yeah, in
a
our
whole
kitchen.
wall.
We have
so,
a whole wall painted as chalkboard, and we do some similar things. And but I noticed your family dinners and time to talk, which made me think of the tiny family dinner box of questions. We have a box of them on our table that we do at home. But I just saw this in the store the other day, and I thought it was kind of cute. It would be a perfect little thing to bring to a restaurant, especially for little ones that get wiggly in a restaurant at dinner time.
Oh, that's great.
My kids love these. And my youngest in particular, they're just silly little questions on here.
Yeah.
One of them, of what accomplishment are you most proud? And then we go around the table and take turns.
That's
and,
wonderful.
They really get a kick out of it, and it's kind of fun, and it keeps them entertained. And
Yeah.
so this is kind of our
Where did you
little-
find those? Looks like something that maybe the wood shop would have in the store.
It does.
You know?
Yeah. I
Or the
want to
Union
say it was
General?
a little toy store. It might even have been Great Turtle Toys
Okay.
in town. It was a little box of. I mean, they're the size of a matchbox book, right?
Yeah.
So
That's great.
yeah, pretty simple, and the kids always get a kick out of it, and we
Yeah.
love to hear their answers. So-
It's nice because I think another reason I love this is we love family dinners, but they don't happen enough.
Yeah.
And so this is a place for conversation to happen throughout the day.
Right.
And it's funny, I love coming home and I'll see someone, put something on there, and I'm noticing on here on the corner, if you see it says Life on Maine.
Someone snuck in.
Yeah, and I think, Mary and Wendy have been over, and so they get to contribute as well. So it's
Yeah.
just a really neat way to know what's on their mind. And one of the things in our home that we really try to focus on is, what's our family story? What do we want it to be? And through connections and things like that, and things like this, the gratitude jar, we are able to be connected.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so that's it.
great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for joining us in my home today for a chance to share some of the things that make our life and our story more fun and more exciting as a family. So I hope you had fun, Jen.
I had a great time. Thanks for having me and sharing some of the ideas that you've learned.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us on Life on Maine. We'll see you next time.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish we had a gratitude jar with us today because I'm just so grateful to be spending the day in the studio with my friends.
Us too, Mary.
Well, I'm glad you ladies picked up some good ideas.
We definitely did. Last, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and my own passion for fitness. I'm Mary Lavasco. I graduated from Michigan State University with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Recreational Therapy and Psychology. I'm certified in relapse prevention, advanced personal training, and sports nutrition. As a former substance abuse therapist specializing in relapse prevention, I'm aware of the psychological pitfalls and triggers that sabotage personal progress in the quest for better health. Therefore, I use my psychology background to motivate, educate, and inspire my clients to push beyond mediocre. As a former competitive bodybuilder, marathon runner, and talk show radio host, I know what it means to push the body and mind to new limits. Honestly, I take most pride in helping people transform their lives and bodies. As the owner of Clarkston Fitness and Nutrition, I use free weights, exercise machines, and cardio equipment to teach strength training and endurance. I encourage my clients to use the tool of journaling as a way to increase their awareness level and transform their minds, thus making conscious choices for permanent results and change. This last segment was filmed at Clarkston's very own Depot Park, where I brought the girls out for a demonstration of a variety of push-ups designed for all fitness levels. Let's check it out. And with me today are my friends who are going to demonstrate various ways that you can get in shape at home with the push-up. A lot of people avoid the push-up because they don't feel like they're strong enough, but I believe by far it's one of the greatest exercises for balance, coordination, and core strength. So my friends and I are going to show you various ways that you can alter and modify this great exercise so you can get in shape with us. Jen is going to be demonstrating an advanced push-up, and how we're going to begin is how you would begin with any position that I'll be showing today with the push-up. So Jen, if you would begin just lying down as if you were going to do a plank. I'll have her take her hands out a little wider than the mat, and you can spread your feet apart so that you'll be on your toes. Now, as Jen begins to push her body weight up, she'll be looking down, and as a gauge, I'm going to put my fist underneath Jen's chest, and that's how far she'll come down. So my hope is that she'll go for 10. So at home, if you can only do 5, that's a great beginning. But Jen, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All righty, let's begin. And her core is strong. Her hips are slightly raised. There's no back dipping or hip dipping. She's staying strong in her chest, breathing the whole time. Right, Jen? Yep. How you feeling? Number 10. There you go. Fantastic. Great job. All right, and now we're going to go on to Leah. Leah is a brand new client of mine, and she is going to do her best today because she is sore, right?
I am sore.
From yesterday's workout, and that's very typical. Strength training requires a lot of muscle breakdown, and so her pectoral muscles, her major and her minor, are somewhat tender today, but she's going to do the best she can with as many regular push-ups, and then we're going to show you how to do modified. So if you also would start in the plank position, hands a little wider than your mat, looking down, and then I also will put my fist underneath her chest, and she'll do as best as she can. Take your feet a little wider on her toes. She's looking down. She's going to exhale on the push-up. Go ahead, exhale up, and inhale down. And you notice a little bit of the effort is because her muscles are sore. Very natural. Okay, I don't want to strain her too much, so go ahead and lie down into the plank position, bending your knees, getting ready for the modified, and go ahead, you can cross your ankles. Yes. So the modified, never to underestimate, is just as vital as the regular push-up. Go ahead, exhale your weight up, and do as many as you possibly can, trying to come down to my fist. She does not have to touch my fist. Very good, and she's breathing and executing these muscles beautifully. Very good. Thank you, Leah. How do you feel?
Great.
Yeah. It's hard,
It is tough.
but it's very empowering exercise. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome, Leah.
Thanks.
And next we have Wendy. Wendy has been a client of mine in the past, and what I have found in working with you, Wendy, is although you're strong and very well capable of doing a push-up, in the middle transition time of watching her do her push-ups, I noticed a little bit of imbalance in Wendy's shoulder. Now, Wendy, were you aware when I stopped you one day and asked you about the imbalance in your shoulders?
I was not aware that you could tell that I had an imbalance, because I really don't feel it in a push-up necessarily, but I do have some pain. I think it's kind of like a rotator cuff. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but there's a little pain, but I don't always feel it in the push-up. So when you pointed it out, that was kind of news to me.
Right.
That you saw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is pretty typical, and although she doesn't feel the pain, as a precautionary or prevention for those of you at home who have had rotator cuff surgery, or any football players who've had major surgeries, even people who've lifted too much weight with free weight in the gym, and then you catch yourself and go, oh, I can't even do this anymore. It's okay, because we can always start with what you're capable of at all times, and then go into modified. So that's what you're going to do for our audience today, right, Wendy?
Yes, perfect.
All right, so do the best you can, and then once you feel any awkwardness, go right into modified. And again, she's going to spread her feet apart slightly on her toes. Hands are a little wider than the width of her mat. I'll put my fist underneath, and she'll come down and do as many as she can with her exhale up. Breathing is essential with all exercises. Great job. So now I can see already the shoulder being a little favored. Go right ahead into modified, cross the ankles, and again, do as many as you can. Notice how nice and strong her core is, as well as her hips. There's no dipping of the lower back or the hips. Very good. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, now let's show the audience what you have. Jen, again, if you would, show them your advanced push-up. Leah is going to do a combination of both advanced and modified. And Wendy, if you would be kind enough to just show the modified. Here we go. Then I'll be taking you over to various places in our park and show you ways that you can do push-ups in so many ways in the privacy and comfort of your home. Thanks for joining us on Life on Main. All right, so Jen, like many women, are very busy, as my friends are on Life on Main, and sometimes it's hard to get to the gym. Maybe you don't have a gym membership, or you don't have equipment at home. So would you be so kind to show us, as if this was, say, a countertop at home, Jen, to get into position for a push-up? She's just going to put her hands a little wider than her shoulders, as they are. She spread her feet just a tad bit on her toes, and again, like in the other demonstration, we just put the fist here. She comes down, uses her breath. Her body is in alignment. Very good. She's breathing, and she's using her chest muscles. A very empowering exercise for women in particular. Great job. How's that feel, Jen? Feels good. All right. And this is just one variation that you can use in your own home or wherever you are. We're at Depot Park. We invite you to join us too. Thank you. Earlier, Leah, you demonstrated push-up, the advanced as well as modified, because I trained her yesterday, so she's a bit sore. But Leah is a mother of 4, so she's busy and just pretending makeshift that this tree here in the park is like a refrigerator at home, where you probably spend a lot of your time in the kitchen with the family.
We do.
So what's a typical thing? The kids come home after school, and where are you most of the time?
Well, you know, the kids usually get home around 7 from sports and activities, and they do their homework right in the kitchen, at the island, and at the dinner table. Actually, they set up. So to have an option to do push-ups just in the mix of, you know, our normal evening is a great idea.
Okay, great. So we're going to pretend that the tree again is a refrigerator, and Leah is in the privacy and comfort of her own home, having a great conversation with the kids, talking about the importance of discipline for homework. And as if my fist was here on the refrigerator, she's just going to come down. Her feet are spread comfortably apart on her toes. She's breathing as she exhales away. and she can be in comfortable talking mode with her children, talking about the importance of fitness. All right, so Wendy, you have agreed, you're brave enough to show another modified version of the push-up, which is just as important to work the inner part of the pectoral muscles and the backs of the arms, which so many women are concerned of with the triceps. So she's gonna get herself in modified position, acting as if this is a coffee table at home, pushing her body away, exhaling, breathing, strong core like a plank position, strong shoulders, her hips are raised, she's breathing. How you feeling there, Wendy?
Good.
2 more, using the back of her arms. And last one, great job. How'd that feel?
That felt good. I
All
think
right.
I need to do a few more of them and do it a little more regularly, but good.
All right, well, I'm glad Wendy said that because repetition is the key for strength. You can't get strong overnight, it's impossible. So is it realistic, do you think, would say maybe 10 that you could have done?
Yes, I definitely could have done 10, and it's nice that you can kind of do it wherever you are, finding whatever furniture or out in the park like this. It's good.
What we have for you today, the push-up, where you can do coordination, balance, core strength with your family or friends like I'm doing with mine. Right, Jen? Leah? Yep. Wendy?
Right on.
Here we go. Join us. Again, my name is Mary Lavasco with Life on Maine. You can contact me through Clarkston Fitness and Nutrition and join us next time when we focus on fitness, food, and family with my friends. Here we go, right, ladies? Really? Can you believe this? All that I've taught them today. But you can do it at home with me anytime. Thanks again for joining us.